You're watching the Hog Brothers Garage YouTube channel. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel and a new video. Sorry I haven't posted for videos that consistent lately. Trying to work on that, but have other pressing matters. Wife with a broken knee, going through therapy, and spent the past few months trying to find a job without much luck. Starting to get a little nervous about that. But I just haven't had time to come out here in the garage to do work like I like to. It's not like I'm getting paid by YouTube or anything. And filming the or doing the work and filming the videos isn't bad, but I'm old, and well, not real old, 52, but I got to get used to the editing. The editing takes me three times as long as it takes me to make the videos. So I got a paid staff or anything here. It's just me in my garage filming me working on cars. So once I do finally find employment, I'll try to get more consistent on my off hours to get out here, and hopefully my wife will about 8 more weeks of therapy. We're not sure yet. To get her walking right and everything like that. So sorry about that, but in this video, on a lighter note, things will work out. Things will work out some way or another. Somehow they always do. I never maybe I'm doing something wrong on filling out applications online. Never done that before. Heck, last time I filled out a job application, was in 1988. When you actually went into a place and applied for a job and not have to do it all online. But like I say, everything will work out, and I got what's important, family and everything like that. I know sometime the Lord will provide, and we'll be back on our feet. I'm no stranger to bad luck, so I always manage to fight my way through it, one way or another. If you don't know me, you don't know, but if you know me, you know I always come through bad luck, and I've had a lot of it. But on a lighter note, anyway, we're going to get onto this video. In this video, we're going to see if we can't make this old 93-year-old chrome shine again, using a few tricks that I've used in the past. It'll get help for a little motivation. If you're working in the garage, you start to lose a little motivation. Not saying I've lost motivation. I just have other things that more pressing at the moment. But if you used to lose motivation for a project or something you can do to it that'll get your motivation back. And making these old crusty headlights shine again. To quote my granddad from a 1964 news article on this car, I'll get to where I can see my picture in the chrome again. That's what I'm hoping for. I think it'll clean up all right. Not so sure about the bumpers, but I know I'm positive that I can get the headlights and the grill looking way better. Not brand new, but way better and way more presentable. And I think it'll be a nice transformation. So we'll get into it. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to see if we can't polish up this here some of this chrome on the front of this Pontiac. See if we can't get it to shine. It's a bit pitted, 93 years old and whatnot. Here's a quick look at the grill on it beforehand. And here you can see like the headlights. There's the grill that side, and then like I say, you can see in these headlights they're not very reflective. You can't even hardly see my gotta get really close to see my camera. You can see a little bit, but they're pretty faded. They have been, they do have 226,000 miles on them, and you know, it is 93 years old. So, but we'll get into it, and we'll polish these up, and you can see what it looks like. So we're going to start with, this is the back of the horn. The front part of the horn part is broke off, so this is something probably going to have to replace or something, but we'll try it on this first as a test, but I think it'll be all right. And we're just going to put a little bit of chrome polish on there, and we're just going to give it a rub it in there, and don't press really hard. Don't want it to be all scratched. That I doubt it'll scratch it, but and we're just gonna rub it in there and see. You can't. I don't know if you can tell it, but I can see it's working, or something's working. We're gonna try to redo this. I'm gonna try to solder that horn back on there. We'll just have to see how it goes. But this always worked for me in the past. I mean, it ain't gonna make it look like fresh, brand new chrome, but I don't think. But it's gonna. It should make it so you can see a reflection in it again, and that would make my great-grandfather proud. And I know in the newspaper article on this thing, that's one of the things he said that he liked about the cars. He was proud about the cars. You could still see a reflection in the headlights, and these headlights are 1964, so these headlights are seen a lot in the 225,000 miles, but it's I think this will show. I think this is going to be all right. It'll maybe knock some of that pitting down. And normally I just have a garden hose here and use this and use it to rinse it off, but you can see it's cold, and I don't want to. Yeah, that don't look too bad. Looks way better than it did. I'm going to take some Neverdol. This is like a old wadding cloth, and we'll go over it with this. This stuff works really good on aluminum. I used to use it on cars I have with Weld Pro Stars. Yep. And a little bit of this wadding cloth will go a long way. It ain't perfect, but it still turned out pretty shiny. You can definitely see more of a reflection in it. I don't know if you can. So, and it's the worst part, one of the worst spots. So this ought to come out all right, I think. Yeah, you can't argue with that. It ain't perfect. Like I say, it is 93-year-old chrome on a car with 225,000 miles on it. So we'll get onto the headlights and see what we can do with them. You see, they are pretty rough, but not as rough as that piece was. But I think these will polish up like nobody's business. We're gonna do the same technique. We're just gonna put some of this chrome polish on this. A lot of times, like I say, this is a little bit abrasive. It's a little less abrasive, makes it a little less abrasive, but it also helps lubricate the surface, and you don't need water. I don't know if you can tell it, but it looks like it's doing a pretty good job. Used to do this on cars when I'd sell them back in the day. Just like everybody else does, you know. Polish a turd and make it look a little better. You got no choice. Either go to the salvage yard and find a shinier piece, or if you try to polish the crap out of it. That's your only choice. But it ain't like I'm gonna find a headlight in a salvage yard for this. Parts are and this is something you can do if you're getting frustrated with a project or something. This will give you a little motivation. Just like putting on a set of wheels or something. It'll give you a little motivation and help you get back in that project. You know, give you a little motivation, get you fired up on that project again. I never got to build something where I didn't have to spare expense, but my dad taught me how to do what he called turning shit into shinola. He would take something and it was, you know, like he'd take a old company work van and then convert it into a custom van. And oh yeah, but they had like chrome bumpers and stuff, and we'd polish that stuff out, and this stuff's starting to, we'll let it dry a little bit. I can see a big difference already. I don't know if you can, but before I wipe this off, but I can see a big difference already. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you can tell big difference in it. Oh yeah, that's amazing. That is, you see, she ain't perfect, but she is better, man. Now we're gonna go over with the wadding cloth, the Neverdall. Don't tell my wife I'm using her shirt. Man, that is way better. Heck, you can read my shirt in it. That is way better. Let me get you a closer look. I only did half of it, so you can see the difference. We got that half and then that half. You got from here to here. That is a heck of a that is, heck, you can almost read my camera in there. Yeah. That's that made a heck of a difference. You can see over here where I didn't polish, and where I did polish. That is, if that don't give you some motivation, I don't know what will. That turned out real good. I'm happy with that. As my great-grandfather said in the news article, you can still see your picture in the chrome. That is amazing. One I didn't do. That's going to be really, really nice. So enjoy the time lapse. Tell a huge difference. If you look in there, like that pedestal, this pedestal, they're pretty pitted. They're a different kind of metal. You can see the difference in that, between that, much improved, much better. Like I say, you can see in there. We'll clean that up too. Very, very happy with that. If that don't get you going, I don't know what will. Anyway, we'll get on this more time lapse and we'll do this other headlight and we'll go ahead and do this side of the grill. So we'll do this half first. Marker light on that side and then the marker light on that side. That'll show you a good difference in how it turned out, how it's turning out. From that to that. You can just see in that ring there. I do think there's a notable difference. I don't, like I just say, I didn't have high hopes of the front bumper, and well, you can see a little bit. You know, you can, but there's some good marks on that. You know, but you can see a little bit. It made a little bit of improvement. I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have high hopes for those. There's the chrome's gone here. It's been scraped against a few things here and there before, so that's about as good as the. We'll try something else on the bumpers, but that's about as good as that goes. But the grill and the headlights, they polished up real nice. We'll do one more piece. We'll do one more piece of the car. This is the horn off of it. Yeah, this is the horn off of it. See, you can see it's broken off. I didn't break it. That's the way I got it. Hopefully some way we can attach it, but we'll clean this up really fast so you can see what it'll look like. For those of you not familiar with the car, you can go back and check my earlier videos. This car is a 1933 Pontiac with a straight 8. It's got 227,000 miles on it. It was my great-grandfather's moonshine running car. And it was the first car to pass 200,000 miles. He was very proud of his car. And I got a newspaper article from him from 1964 where it was talking about museums and stuff wanting to buy it, and he didn't want to send it off to a museum. He wanted to keep enjoying it, and then he drove it up to the late 60s, like 1968 or 69, and it got parked, and that's where it's set ever since. Like I say, you can go back and catch my other videos on it. There's a playlist. Yeah, like I say, I'm going to get more consistent on videos. I'm just, like I say, I've been trying to find a job for the past few months and haven't had much luck. Filled out about 35 applications or so, and not a single callback yet. Don't know how good I am at doing online applications. Last time I filled out an application was 1988, and that's when you went inside and you talked to somebody. They gave you an application, you filled it out, and they call you for an interview. Now you just do it all on computer. Not used to that. Maybe that's why I ain't got callbacks, but I'm not gonna let that get me down, and y'all shouldn't let you get it down either. Same as like when you're working on a project, like I polish these headlights in this video for a little motivation. You just tackle it in sections, one panel at a time, and you'll work through it. Just gotta keep your nose to the grindstone and keep going. And as long as you have the support of your, if you're like me and lucky and have the support of your family and your friends, and the good Lord, you'll be all right. I know I'll be all right. And yeah, we just keeping our nose to the grindstone, keep our head high, and keep pulling forward, and you'll get through whatever it is. I assure you. I've been through tons of crap before, and I'll probably be through tons of crap later in life. But I just keep my head up and keep pushing forward. And at first you don't succeed, try again. You gotta live by that motto. That's the only way you're gonna do it. So we'll call it on this one. Y'all have a blessed day, and we'll catch you in the next one. And if you liked what you see, or want to see some, hopefully, more amazing content, I'll get better with the camera and stuff and editing, but some more amazing content in the future. I have lots of project cars, and y'all click the like button. That'd be greatly appreciated. And if you like the channel good enough, hit that sub button, hit the subscribe button, and don't cost you nothing. It's free and helps an old fella out like me. I get where I'm monetized on YouTube. I have lots of ideas up in my mind, and I would like to play them out on YouTube. This one here is more for family members to see. I got family members that don't live close, and this will help them. This gets them to help watch it. It helps them be able to see the progress I make on it. And anyway, as the greatest thing, y'all have a great day, and we'll catch you in the next.